Hello everybody, I'm here at the Madani Bikes. These guys are the newly opened Ducati showroom in Kuala Lumpur. They opened up on the 29th of May. So this is the place which I usually come out to service my motorcycle, check out other motorcycles. If I like to do a test ride, this is where I come to do all of it. And unlike other branches, you don't really have to call in and book an appointment. They have enough stations over here. So if you want to do a quick service for your Ducati, just walk in. It's absolutely okay. They will entertain you. They'll help you with the servicing. It's pretty fast compared to other places. One maximum 2 hours you'll be out of this place. Since I'm here, I thought I'll do a couple of quick walk around videos which will potentially help some of the viewers of this particular channel and the ones who are looking forward to more details on a Ducati motorcycle. So stick around. Hey guys, I got a special motorcycle for you today. The motorcycle which I have for you today is a Ducati Hypermotard 950 SP, and I'm going to make use of this walk around to call the key differences between SP as well as the standard model. The key differences are this got Öhlins fork in the front and the rear. It's got more travel on the forks and the shocks, because of which it has a taller seat height. This has got forged wheels. It's got few carbon fiber parts. It's got a different paint job. It got a different tire, and it got a Brembo style caliper in the front. Those are the key differences. Now let's walk closer towards this motorcycle. This is a 2019 model, and you can see that the paint scheme on the tank is different. The steel tubular trellis frame is painted with the Ducati red, and as we go forward, you can see that it's a upside down Öhlins fork with 48 millimeter diameter in the front and 185 millimeters of travel compared to 45 millimeter Marzocchi forks in the other model. Now you can see there is a dent in the radiator. That's why I always tell you guys to put a radiator guard. You should also put an engine head guard, and you should also put an oil cooler guard so that you can protect those sensitive components when you are riding hard and fast on your motorcycle. Now coming towards the front, you can see that it got a carbon fiber mudguard. It got a Brembo 4-piston semi-floating readily mounted styloma caliper with twin discs. The discs are 320 millimeters in diameter. It got cornering ABS. It got Marchesini forged wheels, but it runs on Pirelli Supercorsa SP on the tire. And again, this is a Marchesini forged wheels in the front and the rear. Talking about the rubber, it got Pirelli Supercorsa SP, and it's a more stickier version of the tire compared to the normal model, which runs on Pirelli Diablo Rosso 3. And you can see that the golden forks in the front makes it look much different compared to the standard model, and it's got a Ducati Corsa sticker in the nose. And the forks in the front are more wider and looks visibly appealing in this model compared to the standard model. Again, on this side, the paint scheme on the tank and the tubular steel trellis frame, it's a little different. Towards the rear, it has a fully adjustable Öhlins shock at the back with 175 millimeters of travel compared to the sax shock with preload and rebound adjustment only for the standard model, and the standard model only has a 150 millimeters of travel compared to this one, which has an 175 millimeters of travel. Now because of that, the seat height is also higher. We'll come to that a little late. Now the frame on this one, it's, I think Ducati have shaved off a few kilograms from the frame. That's what I read. But this one has got quick shifter up and down as standard, but the quick shifter is there for the RV, so that's no different. Coming to the rear, it got the Marchesini wheels, and it has 245 millimeter disc with 2-piston caliper and cornering ABS. It runs on this chain drive, and it got Pirelli Supercorsa SP tires at the back. And moving to the rear part of this motorcycle, you can see that it has got the standard exhaust. Standard exhaust does not
sound too bad. But if you want to have your motorcycle sound extra special, you can change to Sard or Terminioni or Arrow or any of those extras which you really like. Again, it's a here good factor for also this motorcycle. I have replaced this part in my motorcycle, and I have replaced the turn signals. um, what do you see towards here at the below the mudguard on my motorcycle? It looks a little tidier. That's the only difference, but it's optional, you don't have to do it. But you can see that at the back, it also has Marchesini forged wheels. These forged wheels are lighter compared to the cast lightweight alloy wheels for the standard model, and it takes a lot more punishment compared to the cast wheels. This that makes this bike more flickable. Hypermotard is again more flickable compared to the other Ducati models, but having a force wheel at the back makes it extra special and it will give you more confidence. Now let's talk about the seat height on this motorcycle. The seat height on this motorcycle is 890 millimeters compared to 870 millimeters on the standard or the RVE. I am 5'9" and I can flat foot on my RVE, but on this one I can only do a tiptoe. So, because of the higher seat height, this may not be a motorcycle for the ones who are vertically challenged, but there are various riders who are more experienced and they can use this motorcycle just like anything else. But the seat height is taller than most of those motorcycles out there, and I want to call that out for the user's reference. Um, so we talked about the seat height on the motorcycle. So let's talk about the engine on this motorcycle. The engine on the motorcycle is exactly the same 937cc L-twin Tesla Strata engine and 114 horsepower, 96 newton meters of torque. That part, engine timing belt cover, is carbon fiber on this particular motorcycle compared to plastic on the standard. Just like the standard motorcycle, one of the cylinder head is directly under the seat, and because of which it produces a little bit of heat if you are stopping too much at the traffic lights. But if you're moving, it's absolutely okay. The radiator does a really good job in dissipating the heat which is produced from the engine. So as long as you're moving on this particular motorcycle, it's not a problem at all. And you can see that this one does not really have a steering damper. I do not know the newer models of SP comes with a steering damper, but if the newer models comes with a steering damper, that is great. But if it is not, the riders can always add that as an accessory. The weight on the SP model is 198 kilograms wet. The weight on the standard model is 200 kilograms wet. So it's 2 kilograms lighter compared to the standard model. Is that a large difference? No. But is it a difference? Yes, it's a difference. The front suspension has a longer travel of 15 millimeter compared to the standard, and rear suspension has got a longer travel of 25 millimeters compared to the standard. So the ground clearance on this motorcycle is also higher, so as the seat height. The seat is taller by 20 millimeter compared to the standard. The wheelbase on this motorcycle is also longer by about 5 millimeter compared to the standard model. The wheelbase on SP is 1498 millimeters, whereas the standard it is 1493 millimeters. Now, because of the premium components on the SP model, like the forks, the shocks, the rims, the carbon fiber parts, it's also expensive compared to the standard Hypermotard in Malaysia by about 30,000 ringgit. So is it worth spending that 30,000 ringgit on the SP model? If you can bring out the best in this motorcycle, definitely yes. I hope you guys like this video. And if you like me to do more walkarounds like this, please let me know what model and brand would you like me to do the walkaround, and I'll be more than happy to do that. As always, thank you for watching.